because we're back to James Kirkland and he's the first player, we need to move the turn marker down to turn 2. So let's move Kirkland. He's got 2 movement because of his unmarked vehicle. Let's move him 1 onto Vassal Avenue 2. And I think we'll bring the support vehicle over as well. And we can enter this building through this enter spot. So we had to come into this apartment block, Guildford Apartments, through Vassal Avenue. We couldn't come in through 2nd Street. Now from here, we're going to take our action now to interview some witnesses. So the first thing, like emergencies and arrests, we need to determine how many, not dice we can roll, but how many cards we can draw. And this time we're looking at our investigation skill, which is 2 here for James Kirkland. So that means we can draw 2 cards. But if we drive an unmarked car, then we get 1 more card. We take an extra card for every other player on the same street as us. So that's a 4th card. We can discard donuts to get extra cards. James has a donut. Let's discard one. Let's use it. Get an extra card. And now we can ask for help for other players. But Dougie Pearce has no cards, has no player cards with the investigation icon in. And now we're done, we get to look at our investigation cards. And hopefully we're getting some statements. Nobody home. Nobody home. A witness statement. And a witness statement. Excellent. Well, that's a great start. And normally at this point you would discard one of the useless cards from the game. And then any remaining useless ones would be put on the bottom of the deck. Now, some police officers have a thorough ability. I mean, their investigation is a thorough one, and the stack stays as it is with these useless ones on the bottom. But for everybody else, for any investigators who don't have a thorough ability, you shuffle this. Now, as it goes, we've got both witness statements. There they are. Right? So I know that there's nothing we need to do here. So instead, we'll take these 2 witness statements and we'll place them face up here on the murder investigation board. We've got 2 pieces of evidence. That's a great start. And once you place the final card in each category, so we just placed the final card in witness statements here, then the player who placed it there will get a donut. And as it goes, I'm going to skip that rule because I played before and I won the game. And one thing I like to do is just increase the difficulty slightly with each playthrough. So I'm going to suggest this to you. If you've got through your first game, there's a whole stack of variants that you can, parameters that you can change to make the game slightly harder. But the one I'm going to try and the one I'm going to show you is a custom one which says, let's forego that little bonus. So we're going to be 1 donut short of a picnic, 1 donut short of when we collect the evidence. Alright, so let's try that. And hopefully that'll just add a little bit of complexity to it without being too bad for my second play. Alright, now Kirkland would normally draw a police card, but we're still escorting this van over here, so it's event card time. Remember, James Kirkland's got intuition, so we can look at it and then decide whether we want to play it or not. Okay. Shoplifter, that's fine. If it came up a blue one now, I would have shoved it on the bottom and had to have played the next one, but let's not risk this one being blue. Let's take this one. And it's a emergency at Hatsaurus Grocers, a shoplifter. And the Grocers is just here in block 2. But it does have an unknown circumstance on it. Remember, this could mean that the shoplifter is armed, or perhaps they've got a dog with them, but we won't know till we get there. Okay. And notice too, there's the plus 1 street punk icon in the top right here, so we do have to roll a die for another street punk. Let's see what we get. It's a 5. Let's grab a street punk from the supplier. There's still quite a few in here. We're doing alright. Number block 5 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place these street punks here. The bad hood, number 5. Back to Dougie Pierce now, and he's going to get this van over to Luna Avenue. So let's take his 3 movement. That's 1, 2, and 3 through this final intersection, and we've successfully escorted the van. When the van arrives at Luna Avenue, discard this card. Job done. Now we get to take our action, and since there's nothing going down over on Luna Avenue, we can instead take an action to draw a player card. Remember, Doug's got this ability: when you draw player cards, draw 2, keep 1, and place the other on the bottom of the deck. So let's draw 2, and we get redirect traffic and request assistance. I think I'm going to grab redirect traffic. So that's our action taken. Now we move to the draw police card phase. Let's draw 2 cards. We have fresh perspective or officer assistance. I think I'm going to take fresh perspective. That's a pretty good card. Okay. Event phase now. And we get a car theft. It says place the red car on East Colfax in front of the morgue, which is actually West Colfax. One of the problems you'll find in this first printing is that the East and West are ran the wrong way. So in front of the morgue, in each of the coming event card draws, move the car 1 street west, I should say 1 street east. The car is removed when at least 2 players are on the same street as the car, and the active player discards a police card as his or her action. If the car is not stopped before it leaves West Colfax Avenue, which should say East Colfax Avenue, advance the city crime by 1 and remove the car. Alright, that's pretty important then that we get this one fixed. Let's place this over here to remind us. Incidentally, there is a reprinting of this card. You can download the PDF if you want to sleeve it and use it in your game. I'm quite happy to recognise the fact that it should say west to east, not east to west. We'll grab the stolen car token and place it outside the morgue up here. And this should be our priority to try and arrest this car thief. For now, let's advance the turn marker as we move into turn 3. Well, this is a bit of a no-brainer for James Kirkland. Let's go and arrest that driver of the stolen car, and we can probably visit the morgue at the same time. So let's move 2, because we're in our undercover cop vehicle. 1, 2. We'll bring the support vehicle with us, and as our action, we're going to pull over this car. And now I need to discard 1 police card to pay for this, so I think I'll use... I don't think I need this one. I'm going to use fast response. And it says here now we can discard this, remove the car, and we get a donut as a reward. There we go, James. Job well done. Let's impound this car until we can find out who it belongs to. That's our turn done. Now we need to draw a police card. We draw a fast response card. Now Kirkland gets to use his intuition, so we can look at this and we can either use it or put it back on the bottom. It says detainees run amok. Take 2 street punks from the stockpile and place them at the police station. Arrest them in the same way as other street punks. Till they're arrested, players cannot draw police cards. Hey, that's fine. We'll take that. So let's leave this here. Grab a couple of punks. Stick them outside the police station. We got some guys causing a bit of trouble. We need to go sort them out. But before we do, I want to sort this these smugglers out if I can. Doug Pearce is over here. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can make it. That'll be 1, 2, and then 3. And of course, we can call in the support vehicle as well. 1 movement across there. So we've got 1 die from our skills. We get 1 more for the support vehicle. This is going to be a tough roll, so let's see if we can't get Kirkland to give us a hand. Let's put a call into James Kirkland. And he's got a couple of cards here. We've got fast response and surveillance. I'm going to use both of these, I think. Let's use both of these to get 2 extra dice. Okay. We're going in. If we fail, the active player is sent to hospital and discards 2 cards. So I really need a 5 or a 6. Let's do it. There's no second chances here. Yes! Alright. We did the number on those smugglers. Great job. And now we get to take our reward. This time we get 2 rewards. We get to look at the top card of the event deck, keep it or put it on the bottom, and we get to look at the top 2 cards of any investigation deck. Keep 1 on the top, push 1 to the bottom. So let's take a look at the top card of the event deck. Dedicated officer. Yeah. I think we'll keep that. That's fine. And then I think since Kirkland's here at the morgue and is likely to examine body next, let's look at the top 2 here. Oh, nice. So we get time of death, and we'll put the other one, nothing yet, on the bottom. Brilliant. Let's move to turn 4 then. And John Kirkland's going to stay right where he is in Colfax Avenue, and we're going to head to the morgue. And we're going to pull in the support vehicle to help us first. Our intuition is 2, so we get to draw 2 cards. We're driving an unmarked car, so we get 1 extra one. We have a support car, so we get 1 more. We have 1 donut, we can discard that for 1 more. 1 more for the donut, and that's it. Alright, that's still a pretty good haul, and I know at least one of them is good. It's the time of death. And, no. Okay, we keep this one. We discard 1, put it back in the game box. The other 3, they're going to have to get shuffled back in, unfortunately. Which is bad news, because there's 1 more in there somewhere. I'm going to give those a good shuffle. So you can see where having a thorough investigator is going to be really valuable in this game, because those would have just stayed on the bottom, and I knew that the other one was going to be in the top there somewhere. Okay, we've established time of death, which means our investigation's going okay. 3 down, 8 to go. We get the donut run. That's pretty good. It's got a magnifying glass in the top right corner. Event phase, and we should get dedicated officer, and I'm just going to discard this and end my turn. It's Doug Pearce's turn, and we're going to head down here, see if we can't arrest these detainees that are running amok. Doug has an arrest skill of 1, so let's pull the support vehicle in. 1, 2, he can help us. That's 2 dice. So let's roll these 2. There's only 2 punks here, so I need to get a 2 or higher to remove one of them. Alright, if I get 2 dice, if I get above 2 with both of these, then I get to remove both. Okay. Right, let's roll. Yeah, that's a great roll. So I can remove 2 street punks because I've rolled 2 dice, value 2 or more. So we've resolved these. And then we can discard this. There's no reward for it though. Put these back in the supply. That was our action. So now we get to draw a police card for Doug. And remember, he's organised. He can draw 2 and pick 1. I'm going to take surveillance. Surveillance is good. Okay. And I feel like playing that now. But unfortunately the rules tell us we can't play a police card that we've drawn on this turn, so it's not available to us just yet. I could play Fresh Perspective. And I could play Allocate Resources because I'm at the police station. This is interesting because it says I'm organised. When you draw player cards, draw 2, keep 1. This one says draw 4 player cards, keep 1, give 1 to a player of a choice, and then place the other 2 on the bottom of the deck. Can I stack these 2? Can I draw 8 player cards instead of... I don't think so. I don't think so. I didn't see this when I was browsing the frequently asked questions online, so if anyone knows any different, let me know, but I'm going to make an unofficial ruling that these 2 cannot stack. So I'm going to play Allocate Resources. Draw 4 player cards, keep 1 and give 1 to a player of my choice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it makes sense that I couldn't be stacking, otherwise I'll be drawing 2, keeping 1, drawing 2, keeping 1, drawing 2, keeping 1, drawing 2, keeping 1. But I'm not keeping these, right? And it's just the use of the word keep, I think, that makes me happy that I'm not going to stack those 2 abilities. Okay, we have Fast Response, Officer Assistance, and Stakeout. Well, I'm going to keep that one because it's got a magnifying glass in. And Fast Response. Because of the emergencies, which I think are more important. I'm going to keep this one and give this one to James. Yep. Okay. It is the event phase for Doug Pierce. Let's see what we get. Overburdened. Take 2 patrol officers and remove them for the game, or place 2 street punks. I'm going to place 2 street punks. 2 and a 1 we roll. So that's 1 up in Bad Hood 1, 1 in Bad Hood 2 here. Okay, there's 2 here now. Alright, next turn. Turn 5.